Dr. Hawa Abdi, a single mother with her 2 daughters, set up a humble and small clinic in her ancestors' 1,300-acre farmland. She studied medicine in Ukraine under a scholarship, becoming Somalia's first female gynecologist. Her clinic soon turned into a hospital and eventually a safe village for internally displaced people and those affected by famine. At its highest capacity, over 90,000 people lived in Hawa Abdi's village, and her and her daughters saw over 500 patients a day. Her and the women of the village even stood up to local militia seeking to take over the land. She confronted them. "Kill me first before you kill my patients," she famously declared. "I may be a woman, but I have worked in this country for 20 years. What have you done?" Organic foods are grown on site, with solar power providing electricity and multiple wells for access to clean water. Dr. Hawa Abdi's hospital now has over 400 beds, and her village has become an oasis for vulnerable women and children.
I live for the hope that peace will come, that my children and my grandchildren will someday know that Somalia I loved. My mother was dreaming that I would be a great person. She became pregnant with her 7th child when I was 11 years old. As her stomach swelled, she felt weakness and pain. But she said, "No problem, Hawa. Everything will be okay." Whether it comes to us through violence, disease, or even childbirth, death is not the end of our story. You have to get up and help someone who needs you. I became a doctor because I wanted to save others from feeling the pain I felt when my mother died. The Somalia I grew up in was so much different than today. Mogadishu was the best place in all Africa. In a rural area, children had fresh milk, fresh meat, fresh air. Life was very beautiful, very simple, and very peaceful. It started to go bad in 1988 when the government collapsed. More and more people come to us to escape the fighting. The Somali people have tradition of hospitality. When a traveler comes to you, you have to give him the best of what you have. It seems only natural that the problems we could solve, like giving someone a place to stay and a feeling of safety, should be solved. When space became full, family began to sleep under the trees. After more than 20 years, it became 90,000 people. These people have become my family. Here we are all Somali. If you want to identify with your clan, you cannot stay. In time, my children become doctors, and now we work together. Each crisis we face gives way to the next as a new group takes control of our area. Sometimes these children with their guns, they told me, "You are an old woman, you cannot be in charge." I said, "And you are a strong young man. What have you done for these people?" Whether to fighting or famine, we have lost as many as 50 people per day. But we get up, we go on, and we help someone who needs us. Today, our one-room clinic is a 400-bed hospital. I live for the hope that peace will come, that my children and my grandchildren will someday know that Somalia I loved. Until that time, they can build on what I have started. I am Dr. Hawa Abdi. This is my vital voice. Now, raise yours.
Dr. Abdi and her daughter insist you help others. You earn this hope.
Don't give the fish the person, but better to teach how to fish.
One little woman, one giant monument to courage.
What I learned is that the woman is the strongest human being. The woman is the leader of the community.
And so we choose Dr. Hawa Abdi. She recently was in New York for Tina Brown's conference on women in the world and brought everyone to their feet.